Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this ERL GT7 Podium Finale. We have two races this evening, rounds 7 and 8 of the overall championship. But also, as I'll touch on in a short moment, we have sprint, which is what this race is, followed by endurance Interlagos, which will combine to an overall champion. But we also have sprint and endurance championships up for grabs, as well as the team championship. This first race we run with a 5-minute quali and then a 20-minute race based off that quali order. Sprint settings, so there's no tyre, fuel wear and damage is only on light, so we'll repair. We will then draw a grid for the next race, which will be at Interlagos around 45 minutes or so, and it'll be a drawn reverse grid from position 6 down to 11. So I thought for a minute then I want to be able to beat Lucky out for the first quali lap. Will they get? Yeah, they should get. That's the reason they've gone out so tightly packed here. Is the 5-minute quali, and they're going to want to get two. It'll be tough if they're going to get 2 bites of cherry here by the time they've done their out lap. But this currently is your sprint championship leader. I think if we focus on that for now, and then when we move into the main race, sorry, the endurance race, we can cover it a bit. Lucky holds an 11-point lead in the sprint championship going into this final round. Glorious track, incredibly challenging. Mount Panorama, or Bathurst as it is also known, home of the obviously famous endurance race. But yeah, incredibly difficult, especially that downhill mountain section. I feel like you're doing the Pikes Peak hill climb, but the downhill version of it. We're just coming to the end of the outlap now. Oh, I'm going to be doing that just before starting your main lap. I think these guys are hammering round, and those guys at the back will definitely only get one go at it, so in effect makes it a one-shot quali for some. Let's go on board with Lucky, let's see what he can do. Very late there on the brakes, just around the 50 mark. These are GR4, Group 4 race cars, so really production race cars, modified road cars into race cars. So they are, lower speeds. We won't see lap times anywhere near what we do with the more purpose-built race cars, the Group 3 category. But still mighty machines in their own right, but it has brought generally the grid closer together because the performance threshold isn't as high. In the uphill bit now, we're going to this very tricky, you're turning left but the road's trying to take you right. Imagine we had a tiny lift through here, will we? No, he's flat. Super commitment through there. So these are maybe road cars come race cars. It's at 130 miles an hour with walls either side of you. Now we're going to this really tricky downhill bit. This next corner I span up more than any other corner in the world, but Lucky navigates it successfully. And then we come into the last kind of hairpin before the main back straight. It's a fairly tidy lap so far. This will set us our benchmark. Just want to see as we get to because at 5 minutes the continuation will kick in, so you would have had to start your lap by the time you get there. Now I'm not sure what the continuation is set to. If it's 2 minutes, then again people are going to struggle to get a lap in. But Lucky will get a second bite at this, but we'll work our way around the order in a minute. Oh, a bit like the out lap, it was such a good tidy lap, but it's going to just cost him so much time. With that last chicane, he will be one of the fortunate ones, so I think that gets another go at this. That's going to be, what's that going to be? 2:15. On the being by his teammate Haas, who's beaten by Smiley, and then Honda has just obliterated a lot of them. I imagine that Sirocco is going to be mighty down that back straight. Ismail Truth goes into P3 in the Genesis. That's a great effort. As you're driving the Audi, which the Alpha, which hasn't been especially popular car. This is, but he's taking it into P5. Yeah, these guys onto their final lap. Afternoon. No, that's interesting. Where is Alicos? Oh, he's gone into P2. We just saw him nip in there. That's a healthy margin that Honda has at the moment. This is gonna take, yeah, look, he really needs to deliver on this next lap. Now, I'm gonna take an estimate that he must have lost close to a second. So even with that, it put him in around the Asriel news section. Looks like potentially got an issue with some deliveries not showing, I would suggest here as well, because Alico should have a very nice livery that they're not seeing at the moment. Oh, he's up massively. It's not purple though. Should suggest that potentially. Oh, Honden's. Who's he at the back of here? That has. He's got a mega slipstream here. Is he going to actually go for the overtake? He's purple. Sirocco is something else on the straight. Let's see what Lucky first of all responds with this time. If he navigates this chicane, yes, he does much better. God, we said the field spread was tighter in these cars. It's absolutely massive at the minute, but yeah, that often is the case here because of just how difficult the track is. So what can Lucky respond with here? Yeah, we thought it'd be around there, didn't we? So we're much tidier that. Honda goes even quicker. He's currently got a second advantage. Oh, I think Alico's pushing hard, went a bit wide down the exit. It does respond, but it's still one hell of a gap. It's Honda on pole by 0.8 of a second. Blowing to bits what I was given pre-race about these Group 4 cars being closer field. That's a crazy gap. Smiley in P3, Lucky P4. I've got Ismail Truth in P5, Haz in P6, which is big for the Renault team, who are also going for the team's title this evening. Gloss in P7, Asriel, his teammate for this evening, with Filthy Way. They've very evenly matched those two, P7 and P8. Darth Noose in P9, Arva in P10, and Apex in P11. That is a surprise. Apex has been flying in these Group 4 cars. We'll be starting in just under a minute's time, which hopefully is going to give me time to quickly put these in, because what I want to do is to the best of my ability, and multitasking isn't one of my specialities, but try and keep you up to date with these standings as we go. So I'm going to put in the order as it is now, and as I move the drivers around, it'll give us an idea on how things stand. It'll be interesting. Whoever takes the sprint title, then they're all in the mix for all of them. So they'll take that and then try and put their mind onto trying to take also the overall title and the endurance. Yeah, I've nearly got these in ready. It's going to be a 9-lap race. I'll say no tyre wear to worry about, no fuel wear. Damage, if any of the drivers incur it, which is very easily done around here, it self-repairs. Won't be the case in our next race. But yeah, for now, we'll self. Right then, as always at Bathurst, they start practically next to each other. And we know that these cars aren't the Sirocco particularly isn't great off the lines, that particularly how packed they are here may cause difficulties for Honda. But we are underway. Yeah, and already look, he's getting swarmed. Oh, this could be a dicey start into this turn one. Smiley who takes the lead, he holds it for now. First, oh, there's a Swift just off a little bit off in the background there. Yeah, all that work from Honda, and he's just been let down by Sirocco off the line. He has managed to hold into P5. Has lucky teammate be asking him to hold as best he can. Truth is into P3. Look how tight these guys are here. Oh, that's someone into the wall there. And so, thank goodness it's light damage. Honda has managed to get past Has. Lucky disappointing that. Alakos, who's the second place contender, is dropped to P7. We missed what happened with him on that opening lap. But despite the clearly a few difficulties, we have kept the field intact, which is good to see. Alright, got Smiley leading from Lucky. Lucky's all over the back of him. Lucky has become, in recent championships, the king of P2s. He'll very much want a P1 out of this. Oh, a little bit of a moment coming out of that last corner, which has dropped him off Smiley slightly. Now watch this Sirocco fly on this back straight. What it may lack elsewhere, it is phenomenal on this straight. It's also allowing Truth to get into the slipstream. God, they're close going into this braking zone, just watch out. Although with how late Honda brakes, I think the chance of anyone running the back of him was slim. For now, it's Smiley who leads, who I think had he not missed last weekend, he'd be in this championship mix as well. But his team still have a very good chance of the team championship. You can already see Honda making up ground as we head on to the second lap. Be interesting. Yeah, Genesis does seem to, probably because of the slip, does seem to be able to hang with the Sirocco on a straight line. It's the Renault's big weakness, but I think it is allowing Lucky to push hard through this twisty bit. Well, can't see quite as much as take from there, as we see. Great views there, the backdrop. Lucky has been able to reduce this gap again. We're also going to see sooner, I think, that VW joining this race party as well. Because I'm impressed that this pack has stuck together so far. You can hear the tyres squealing like mad. Oh. This has got to be now be surely the moment that Lucky can take it and pounce on that mistake. Although it's going to compromise his line badly into this hairpin, but he had to take the opportunity while it was there. Let's get on board again with Honda and see the Sirocco take off on this back straight. It's insane. Yes, he's got slipstream, double slipstream. This is crazy. Is he going to find the room though to get a move done? Is he going to bump? No, he's going to go for it on the grass. It's just, you can see the helmet side of that. He's going to get this stopped. We look back, we've got the Porsche right in our rear view. Oh, that was brave from Honda, having to go on the grass to get that done. So whilst he's probably not in contention for this sprint title, he's got 16 points to make up, and Lucky would seem a long shot. Whatever he can gain here may give him a chance for the overall title. Now this is where the Renault's going to be so vulnerable, and you can already see the game we're making on it. And down that back straight, it's going to look like he's got DRS. He might get it done before then on this front straight. Oh, it's closed it up. But yeah, this is where Lucky now will try and get away, using that Renault's superior corner ability and downforce. But yeah, not at the minute. Honda's still on that rear bumper. He's still got Smiley really close behind. Alicos has done well. He's got back up to P5. How many times have we seen that from him? This is a bit worrying, I think, for Lucky. This is the section where he really would want to be dropping the Volkswagen, knowing how quick it'll be on that back straight. And look at the commitment. It's incredible. Oh, yeah, this feels like a matter of time here now. But for Lucky, you know, if he could come out of this, if he comes out of this behind Dondon, he'd take the sprint title and still gain on Alicos in the overall, where he's 4 points behind. Well, again, he's having these even these cars narrower than Group 3s. This is still not the widest racetrack, as you can see, and he's having to go onto the grass again to get this done. Let's see, is he going to send it back on? Is Lucky going to send it back? Let's get to the outside. He has, and he loses a place to Smiley. Oh, and then Alicos managed to get on the back of this pack for the moment, and Truth is right there as well. All of a sudden we now have a 5-horse race for the race win. 5 different teams, 5 different manufacturers as well. Everything we wanted this podium championship to be, and it is delivering right now. You see Truth is sat right on the back. Oh, Honda's going for the inside of Smiley. Is Truth going to try and... Oh! A bit of contact there. He does wait, but surely that's going to make him vulnerable, isn't it, to Alicos? I think Alicos to power inside. Yes, he is. Oh, just probably not used to having that much speed with the double slipstream. It's allowed Lucky to get away a little bit. That was a key move from Lucky, I think, in this race, as we reached the halfway point already. It really is a sprint. It was getting that resend done into the chicane. As I say, he's having to juggle 2 things here. Wanting to take home the sprint title, but obviously the big prize is in the overall. Oh, the Porsche. Oh, and then he's been hit by the Genesis. Oh dear. Oh, it's devastating for Smiley there. Unfortunately, that's such a difficult part. From the view we had, I think, how could they not miss him? Sorry, how could they not miss him? But when you're in most of these guys will run bumper cam or hood cam. You can see very little when you're coming over there, and we don't run ghosting. Although these guys are on, at least on for the sprint race, on reduced damage. We've got Crossboss now all over the back of Truth. His teammate for company right behind him. I know he's not a big fan of the car itself, but I must say it looks beautiful. But it's not a fashion contest. You couldn't get anything more different here, could you? Old school Alpha touring car versus Genesis concept car, but that is Gran Turismo. That's a lovely switchback by Gloss. Yeah, move's done. Nice move. Oh, now up at the front, we've got Honda and Lucky again. Oh, and this is one out of the drag race again. You back the Volkswagen, they are door banging, and here now are our 3 main protagonists. All here at the front of the grid. Lucky maybe in the box seat here for the sprint championship, but the overall championship, these guys are covered by 9 points. Malicos in first, Anton in third. It's then the got one car now, it's just run off the back. That's news. That's a shame. It's also a shame is that, yeah, the liveries aren't showing up. Apex recovered P9, has P8, Smiley, really unfortunate for him, but at least he's got the damage repaired to try and come back and get involved in this. Jump on with Alicos. Again, he's collected a lot of championships in general, but a real sprint master in his own right. Although I think in this series, this particular car's tendencies have suited him more in the endurance, but he is still in this. He's 11 points behind Lucky going into this. Another thing these guys are going to have to contend with when we go into the next round is the fact that there's going to be a reverse grid factored in as well, and that's a drawn reverse grid. Lucky is sticking. It'll be interesting. Oh, they all went a bit wide there. It will be interesting to see this straight line now. Again, it seems like the Renault just struggles in that area. Oh, it's super late on the brakes. And it makes you think back to round 1 in Austria. Malicos was a bit too late on the brakes, around the back of Lucky, but that was a nice move, although Lucky's able to get it back. Are they allowing Honda to get away here? This is all out racing. This race will be over before we know it. God, it's tight stuff, isn't it? Yeah, you have, so but you got the 3 protagonists here right at the front. First matter of business this evening is the Sprint Cup, which is currently being led by Lucky. But we'll soon be turning our attention to the endurance and overall championships. But here, Lucky has been able to stick with Honda. But as he pulls out that slip, what is going to happen next? That is the definition of bumper to bumper. And also, oh yeah, I did get moved on. Yeah, Honda. I was going to say, look, he got the inside of there previously. There's no way that Honda was going to allow that to happen again. But has that attempted overtake left him vulnerable to Alicos into this last corner? Racing standards between these guys. I hope I'm just commentate curse that, just insane. They've shared so much of track together over the last few seasons. They've shared the majority of the recent championships as well. But here we go. What can Lucky do? Is he going to bump? Is he going to go for the move? No, he's going for the move. It feels like it's going to be tough to get. Yeah, as soon as he pulls out a slip, the VW's superior straight line speed, and trying to go the long way around seemed unlikely. But yeah, this makes you wonder, yeah, where he can get the move done, because he was able to get that one opportunistic move into the chicane. But that seems now that he's definitely not going to get a second bite of that cherry, I don't think. And these cars just don't quite have the same momentum as those Group 3 cars that make those outside moves stick. Yeah, commitment through this section to give a car so close ahead. It's insane. They're holding on for dear life down the dipper. Oh, as close as you can get without making contact. Out the initial traction zone, it's the Volkswagen that has the advantage. We've got a Suzuki Swift on our rear bumper as well. Now, the problem is now when he moves out of this. Let's get back to the outside for this one. Oh, bumper to bumper again. Honda is super late on the brakes. Can Lucky go back around the outside, but now Alicos to get involved. And Lucky's gone from trying to take P1 to having to settle back into P3, but is he going to try to resend on Alicos into this last corner? He does. Here are our three championship protagonists, separated by, well, you could throw a blanket over them, couldn't you? Usually you see the battling between P2 and P3 normally lets P1 get away, but not on this occasion. That was looked like a really good exit from Alicos. But Lucky's in the slip, but he could end up boxed in here. On the penultimate lap, this has been incredible racing. I'm sorry when I'm thinking more of the field. We did get some of Gloss's battling with Truth, but how could we pull away from these three? You can see in the background there, Truth in a very steady P4. Looks like Gloss is having his hands full in the background, it looked like there. We'll have a very quick switch to that. Smiley's trying to recover his sandwich between the two Alfa Romeos. Alfa seems to be getting better here. I mean, these guys are only 6 seconds back off that lead battle. Oh, but Alicos all over the back of Lucky here. Yeah, it just makes you wince because how close the walls are, how close the car ahead is. But yeah, it's been incredible stuff. Yeah, just trying to see who's got the superior exit there. Now this weave in from Honda is allowed, but once Lucky is inside that inner circle of his radar, it's one defensive move, and he must be damn close that one circle now. Jump ahead with Lucky. Sits behind this time. Oh, there's a tiny bit of contact that's going to surely open the door for Alicos. It has. Is he going to go for the resend again? Oh. I know that isn't really a commentator noise, but I was just dreading this ending in tears because it's been an incredible watch. There you go, here's your leader. You can't see his radar, it's on track map, but yeah, once those guys get inside, he just wants to break that slipstream. Just insane, isn't it? To have these three separated by the smallest distance imaginable. Last time out, Alicos and Honda crossed the line practically together. He might be in for a repeat. Honda just had the edge that time, and the minute he holds the edge this time. Yeah, it's insane, Sebi. There's been a little bit of contact, been a little bit door to door, but when you're racing for championships and you're this close and you're with your two main rivals, I think the chance of that is high, but it's been an incredible watch. I've never known 20 minutes go by so quickly. Oh. yeah, true. Here we go then. One last time down this back straight. What's Alacose's play here? We've seen a few times here. The guy in P2 has ended up P3 while trying to take... Oh, he's on the grass again. How many times have I seen him take that action? This time it's Alacose going to go to the outside. Now, if he can hold it there, that will become the inside. But no, the VW is just too strong on the straight. Can he get anything done into here? Potentially hope it. Oh, Lucky. Oh, my word, the drama. Now, Lucky's got to get back on this track because this could be defining safe rejoin. Let's get to the front quickly. This is Honda and Alacose. Lucky's lead of Alacose is 11 points. How many positions is he going to lose? Again, these two cross the line almost identical. True's going to take P3. I think that spin for Lucky's going to be absolutely devastating. Gloss takes P4. The other Alpha comes in P5. Lucky's going to take P6. He might just get lucky here, pardon the pun. Had Alacose, because P2, that will give Alacose 25, and P6 gives Lucky 16. And his lead at the minute is 11 points. He's just clung on. Had Alacose been able to nip ahead of Honda there, he would have taken the sprint championship overall, which was just insane. Oh, let's take a breath. I will quickly just work this out, but I think that is Lucky just about hanging on. But it hasn't done his chances much good going into the main championship here. Let's just get the screenshot of those results. I'll tell you what we also need to do is get a random generator up. Get that set up now. Right. Oh, it's the full shaboogle. So we are fully 1 to 11, just to spice things up. Right, I'm just going to do standings now. Right, let's tell Lucky 11. So tell Lucky to let me do the standings also. Right, just let him to quickly let me do those standings as well. Oh, this is for the short break there. So Truth was in P3, Gloss was P4 in the end. Asriel was P5. Strong result there for the Alpha team. And something else must happen to Smiley as well. Lucky is P6. Haz is P7. Apex ended down. Oh no, that's unqualified on there. Darth Noose P9. That's fine. P9. Arthur P10. Yeah, so in definitely myself into Smiley there. Apex News. Apex. It's 9, Arthur 10, Smiley 11. Just note who got the fastest lap. It's Alicos. Right, what did Lucky get? 16. Yeah, I think Lucky took it by 1 point. Apex 12. Alright. Let me just at least get this background on for you. No, actually I can't because I need the... Oh no, I can do it from this in a second. So I'll leave this one, it's too distracting, so... Has... 14... Asriel... Yes, by my calculations in a minute, I think Lucky's they finished in the sprint 97, 96, 95. Asriel. But I'll have this done in just a moment. Elfie isn't racing. Truth had a great race, didn't they? Arthur 8. Hopefully this round we'll see the liveries as well. Right. Let me just quickly... Yeah, I think Lucky... By my calculations, Lucky has taken the sprint championship by 1 point. Which is absolutely insane with that drama there at the end. Right, so let me just quickly post these. I do apologise for the delay. On second, I can also then work out the teams going into the last point. Renault lead by 26 by the looks of it. Just quickly get the endurance while I'm here. I think now, although Lucky took the title in the sprint, looking at this, it looks like it's going to be a 2-horse race unless Lucky can do something really special. They're saying that it is a full reverse, isn't it? Right, I'll just post that GT. God, and almost like on time. Look, he has started the race. I don't think he was waiting for me any longer, was he? That's probably best forward interest, especially as I've got a special commission slip to do this race this evening. Oh, grid looks very different to what I was expecting. Oh, okay, what's happened now? Oh no, that is right, isn't it? Smiley, yeah, I was getting confused thinking why Smiley there, but he's then had a really difficult start. We've allowed Apex to take the lead. He's followed through by the two Renaults by the looks of it for now. What happened to Smiley at the start there? Was it a false start? Yeah. We can see how our two protagonists, Alikos made more positions up at the start. There's Honda with the almighty. Is he going to get 2 into 1 into that corner? Oh my god, it's all gone for Verstappen, Hamilton. Oh, there, 2021. Oh, Honda into the back of Skinner, was it there? I think we've got 2 extra cars now, haven't we, for this race? What is going on here? It's absolute chaos. It's his first lap, gentlemen. We don't need to all be going absolutely crazy. Unless they've saved all their licence points up just to go berserk in this last race. But at the front, it's Haas who takes the lead, but he's got a 2.5 second penalty. Luck is in P2. Will there be team orders at Renault? It's a Renault 1-2 for now. Apex into P3. He's got a penalty. Who hasn't got a penalty? Might be the easiest thing to establish here. They're being served now. Look at Alikos is now to P3 on the opening lap. And we know this is a strong car in the endurance race, and it's very kind on its tyres. It's Truth has had a strong start again to this race. It's in P2. P3, Skinner at P4, Hondas as well. They've just got themselves, they've basically just gone front to back to front. Oh, that was Skinner and Gloss, I think. But he's somehow been able to save it. He's doing his best offshore Piastri impression on that curb, but he managed to hang on. Slightly easier conditions, to be fair, than what Piastri faced. Apex, who started at the front, is now down to P9. And Haas is P8. What is going on? Oh, it's penalty service, wasn't it? Sorry, I think during those last minute standings there, I'm just struggling to keep up. But, yeah. And then we've got Azrael down in P10, Smiley P11, News P12, and Arthur down in P13, but not a million miles off the back, so if they can recover. Back at the front. Lucky leads. So, yeah, by my maths here, Alikos leads by 5 points from Honda going into this main finale here. Lucky has got work to do on the overall. He's 14 points back. Truth is definitely sticking with him, and on the same tyre. We've got Alikos' livery this time as well, as an added bonus. His main rival Honda is P4. If he just stays like this, he'll take both the endurance and overall. Gloss and Skinner are resuming battle here as well. You're going to see a move from Skinner potentially at the inside. Gloss going to still try and hang that on the outside, is he? He might get the better run from that angle. Hazel's got back at P7. Hazel's got another penalty. Killer. Oh, Couch reserving for McLaren. That's nice to see. tell you what, Truth is right on the back of Lucky. I know Lucky said he's not a big fan of this track, but Truth is flying. Can he get the move done? Two opportunities. He might be able to get stood into turn one. Lucky isn't defending it at the minute. Or is he going to hold fire and wait for the next one to stand next straight and try and just make sure it gets smooth run through here? Yeah, I think this is going to be the move done. As you know, that Renault is not the strongest in the straight. Which way will he go? So Lucky's going to defend the inside as you'd expect. Truth going to go for this on the outside. Oh, he's going to... Wow, yeah, again. You can see it's nice in the rear view and left mirror. Look how much closer that Suzuki looks in the left mirror though. Done well. I expect this is the section where the Renault will be strong. Skinner and Gloss, you can still see in that rear view there, very close as well. It's all set up nicely. Skinner and Gloss are still resuming battle. Gloss has got the run this time. There's a Porsche. Oh, it's quick, isn't it? I know it's got the slipstream, but even so. Let's see if we can make this stick on the outside. Oh, Gloss, nice move across. Kills the momentum a little bit, but then maybe carries too much speed. Porsche now. Let's see. I mean, that's got sorrow in his front bumper, to be fair. Oh. That was, yeah, dicey. As it is up here. Oh, we've missed it. Truth, I apologise. I was just conscious of how much of the front battle I focused on in the first race. I wanted to make sure it wasn't missing too much action further back, but we have just missed the pass for the lead. We've also got Honda and Alicos here in incredibly close proximity as well. Again, your front four here covered by under a second. It's what we love about the Group 4 cars. It just seems to keep the battles just going on. We saw that in race 1 for 20 minutes. We might see it in race 2 here for 45. Oh, it's going to go 3 wide, is it? Is the Sirocco going to start getting involved in this? Oh my word. Oh, what's going to go down here? Alico saves it. Oh, Honda. Oh, has now been hit by Skinner. Something must have happened to Honda there. We were trying to cover every angle we could. But I think a freeway, did that become a four-way? But now this has put Honda in the clutches of these guys behind. And there's four-way battle here. Oh, Honda and Skinner, when a wide Skinner rejoins. Oh my word, who's he rejoined into Smiley? Squeaky bum. Let's have a quick look what's happening here. Lucky has retaken the lead from Truth, who seems to be flying here. The problem he's got with that Genesis, a bit like its Group 3 counterpart, is it's just kicking its tyres. especially that front right taking a pounding. But if he could clear Lucky, I mean, this is incredible really. He's got this pace with that. Look at the tyre difference. With some clear air help with that. Well, do you want to find out? But Alikos, I've just noticed he's now in the behind Honda. After what? Did he wait? That's one of those. I'm sorry. The race we competed in the weekend, the replays. I haven't got that ability. It seems strange. Did something happen between Alikos and Honda, and then Alikos wait for him, or something else happened since? But yeah, I mean, I don't know if that is the case, but one thing I know is the respect level between these guys is just incredible. But anyway, I shouldn't speculate because we missed what happened. We were on board about it, coach, looking to our inside, thinking that's where the action was, and then potentially, obviously, doing up on the outside. That has allowed Goss into P3, and Skinner, who he was battling with at the time, is now in P8 with a 4.5 second penalty. He's got Haz coming alongside him now. Those two have a bit of history. Looks like they're still racing each other super hard. He's going to allow potentially Smiley, who'd expect to be really better race here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. He doesn't make many mistakes, so it'd be strange that we saw something happen to Honda and then he suddenly backed off. Oh my goodness, that's off into the back of Haz, is it? But no damage. Okay. That explains it a little bit regarding what you said there about got pushed out. It's always a contentious thing with track limits in this game and this penalty system in general, I think. We have collision penalties off because we award them post-race by the stewards, but yeah. Hopefully those, all these great things that AI brings us. What about some AI stewards? And God, give me a Tuesday night off as well, that would. Couch has fallen off the back as well, which is a shame. It's great that he's helped us out in this race. Back to the front. Lucky leads by Truth, who despite having almost no front right tyre, is still on the rear bumper of that Renault. Just going to be interesting surely he's in a two-stop situation. Surely. I'm just thinking he's probably going to have to go 9.18, whereas I wonder if some of these other guys are going to be able to stretch till 1. Yeah, it seems to be the issue that Genesis has got less fuel and worse tyres than the car he's battling. Gloss still sits in a P3. Again, he's not got a lot of front right tyre left. Oh, right, thank you, thank you, Davila. I'm glad someone knows what they're doing here. Well, then that does open doors for him then, doesn't it? So that does make it interesting. And so he's very much in this race. Race win, sorry, I should say. Oh yeah, sorry. Right. Yeah, it's absolutely been great to have you on this track as well. I know that not everything the Greek Fords has been to everybody's taste, but it has given us an epic finale this evening, some super close racing. Gloss makes it into pit, he's gone early. If it's mandated 2-stop, might be a smart move. But again, look at the difference in the tyre wear. Rear left barely used, front right obliterated. It's really interesting. I tell you what, this guy's driving his nuts off. I have a chance if let me just see if I can open the Hall of Fame at the same time. Don't think he's a previous race winner. Obviously we're strictly neutral here in the comms box, but it's always nice to see a first time winner. We've had so many of them gone to us. I'm just looking at 37 different race winners. I can't see him there. So Yeah. Oh. But we're a long way from that. We're a third of the way through this finale race. We've also got the point system up here as well. Just looking at Alicos and Honda at the minute, P3, P4. The points difference of 2. So right now, this would allow Alicos to take endurance and overall titles. Azriel also into the pits. And Alicos right now to be happy if he can just keep Honda in check. What he can't afford, really, especially against the higher point positions, is for cars to start going between them. Again, let's have a look. Not much in it, is there? Tyre and fuel wear practically matched. Yeah, it's very close between these two, both in the season and this race. We've seen the last 2 races, they've crossed the line together, with Honda within the edge both times. Yeah, is Truth going to box this lap? Surely. Yeah. As Lucky has gone on. Next thing is... Yeah, I wonder if Lucky's going to go soft, maybe. Is that what the others are doing? But there's just no way that was an option for Truth. But he's done really well just to get in when he did. Haas is in as well, and the other Renault Apex is in. So we're going to have a little bit of a pit stop battle here. So Genesis is first in. VW crew go to work. This is almost seamless one after the other. Busy old pit lane right now. Interesting what these guys are planning to do. You think if you're just playing it safe, you just go 918, but what these guys have got up their sleeves. What the difference in that Porsche? How much? It's got the same front tyre issues as the others, but the rear tyres decide to take a batter in there as well. Lucky's going to pits this lap. Be interesting to see what he puts on. I wonder if Noose is factoring into this at all to help Alicos out by staying out. Is he going to try and do a hold-up job potentially? It's where we'll find out what Lucky's doing. Obviously, I don't think they're taking fuel on this first stint, are they? It's mediums again. This is where we'll find out if the undercut has worked from Truth. How close they're going to be here on the exit. Oh, very is the answer to that. Look, he must have expected this. He'll also be on a tyre warm-up phase. They come out side by side. This is epic to see. And Gloss is very much in this mix, particularly if anything should happen here. Lucky holds on for now, but he'll be desperately trying to warm up the tyres on that Renault. And Truth, he knows that this is, if he wants to get this done, I'm not saying it's now or never, but this is the best opportunity he'll get. Got minimal tyre wear. We know the Genesis is tough on its tyres, but look, he'll still be going for that warm-up phase. Well, this section will be helping massively with all these twisty turning and braking zones. He's got an Alfa Romeo in close proximity behind as well. But can he get this done? Alicos is still staying out. Does he bot? No, he's gone past the pit box. Right, what can he do? Is he going to go for it into turn one? Will he wait until the next corner? See, they're not really defending turn one, whereas they are defending the next straight, but he decides that discretion is the better course of valor there. But is this the one? See, again, look, he's not defending for a share, but is he really going to send it from there? No, he's not. But we have seen a quite nice exit from here. Again, look, he seems to have it covered for now. Two Suzuki's are going a really long way. Alicos will be in this lap, I'm certain of that, but to me now, this is soft from Alicos. He's taking the pain on this stint so he can go soft from here. I wonder if these guys even have to need to fuel here. This must be purely like a tyre race. Because they're at halfway point and got easily enough. Right, into the box he comes. I'm pretty sure Smiley will follow him. We'll get back to that. Unless Truth's just played it smart for now, but let's not fight too much so we're not vulnerable to these guys coming through. Alright, Lucky holds on again for now, although saying that Truth is closer. Truth is going for it on the outside. No. But will that compromise Lucky's run and this open up the opportunity for Truth down this back straight? Alicos is just leaving the pits now to join this fun. It's on soft tyres. Oh, it'll be interesting to see where he comes out versus Asriel here. Oh, he's going to get just ahead now. Yeah, Alicos, as we suspect, has gone soft. He needs to survive this. This is key. That was great work there, because if he'd have come out behind that Alpha, by no means slow, would have definitely halted his progress. His main rival for this championship is one place ahead, which is what we've said all night. He just needs to make sure there's not a car between him and Honda, and right now there isn't. And he's on new softs and Honda's on already slightly warm mediums. Truth has a 1.5 second penalty. We've missed how that occurred. That would be bliss to Lucky, who has had him on his case all race. Smiley still goes on, but surely he's into the box this lap. Surely. He's going to go soft as well, isn't he? It's Truth, yeah, he served that penalty, which is going to surely open the door to Gloss, which it has. Penalty zone here is an absolute killer. It's hard enough to put up a fight against that Sirocco at the best of times, but is Honda going to get its move done into turn one? Yeah. Oh, he does, but there's a little bit of contact there, but thankfully no damage. So now I think this is the first time that Alicos doesn't need to worry, but because there's now 4 points between where they are currently, and he's got 5 on him in the overall and 4 on the endurance. So, and Honda has the fastest lap. So right now, if you were to freeze this race, by my maths, which are admittedly limited, Honda would take your endurance. The overall would be a tie. We'd have to do that and count back, but I think that would be Honda as well. So this is as tight as it gets. Lucky to lead in this race, but right now the swing won't be enough. Would have been potentially without the spin at the end of the last race. But what's going to key in all of this is glass, but yeah, the Alpha's just too harsh on his tyres, isn't it? He's got to try and get that to lap 18, yet really doesn't need to go mediums again. It reminds me of 2021 with that Mercedes, what that VW is like on the straight line. I had some serious tyre screeching then. But now Honda, Alicos, now again, he's got the tyres, but he now has 2 cars between him and Honda, which right now would steer these last 2 championships we decided this evening in his favour. So this is the definition of hammer time, but certainly he's got 2 cars ahead of him, in particular Alpha on this occasion here, that I've got very warm tyres. He's on fresh-ish, although they are starting to take a bit of push from softs. This is a smart play for Alicos though, because it just has allowed him to take the fastest lap point back. And he's such a shrewd operator. I wonder if that factored into his strategy, knowing how close this could be. And he took the fast lap point last time out. Gloss is a bit wide. Oh, Alicos having to try and thread a needle through here. Oh my word. Where's Truth in all this? There he is. Oh, he's got to be so careful here. Normally in racing, you just do not want to be on the outside, particularly you've got championships up for grabs, and these two are door banging, but will the soft tyres allow him the better purchase? But it will, but is he still boxed in? No, he's got the Alpha behind him now. If he can clear Truth, I think he'll start to feel a lot happier about things, because it will reduce the gap back down to 3 points, and he's got that fastest lap as it stands. Oh, he almost had too much of a run on the Truth there, but you'd think surely this time he'll get this done. Again, he's electing for the outside. You've got to put so much trust in your dancing partner. There's a championship to be won here. Well, there's 2 to be won. We're alongside. Will he get that better drive out that corner? Yes, he will. He's again relying that Truth has seen him, which he has. But again, that was inside. This is going to come the outside. No, he's got it done. He's got it done for now. He'll just want to get away now from these 2 cars and their warm tyres. Just keep on them where he is. Now again, if Honda's able to take this lead off Lucky because of the point system, obviously the gap in points gets higher the further up. He would then need to get himself into P2, and if he kept that fastest lap, yeah, it would be very close. I think that brings them back into the tie category. Yeah, there's 4 points separate in endurance and 5 in the overall. That would be incredible, wouldn't it, if Honda's able to get ahead of Lucky and then Alicos in there. Now Goss pits now. That's going to be a tough last stint for him, but it's been tight. But yeah, you have to try and squeeze one more lap out of those. Team Porsche here and P6 and P7, they had such a good start to the season. They were bookmakers' favourites with such a strong lineup, but it got tricky for them. It looks like they're racing as well. It doesn't look like Apex is just going to let it wave them by here. It does sit in for now. On the Cats. Again, Gloss going quite aggressively on the undercut. We'll be hanging on at the end, you'd think, with that stint. But let's see. Maybe the cooler temperatures will help. Oh, now. Anako's got himself right to back up on them. It's all tightly poised. Although it's greying over here, it doesn't rain until August in this game. Anyway, we've seen some mighty wet weather races here in real life, but not all tracks are going to as well have that wet weather feature. And that this is one of them. Asriel also boxes now, but he has been able to go one lap later than his teammate. You can see there how committed, again, how much curve the guy's taken through there. This is big. Alikos can finish ahead of Honda, and it takes everything into his own hands. He's gone purple again, despite the warm tyres. Again, we go back to before, these guys, and just the sheer amount of racetrack and race time they've shared together. Ooh. That was a deliberate wide line from Anikos there to try something different. Again, you just can't rule truth out. Although the tyres, I think, are going to be his downfall. Well, not his downfall, the car's downfall, but he's still in this mix. If Anikos has harbored hopes of the race win to put all of this out of doubt, he needs to pass, as you see the lights come on, he needs to pass on them as efficiently as possible, because that gap to the leader is going up, isn't it? It's just gone over the 4-second mark. Is that a bump? Something? Oh no, it's because he's going to the pit. It's been interesting going on to this last stop. Actually, it looks like, I think Lucky's going to go on softs as well, isn't he? So that'd be a straight shootout at the end, and is that going to be enough for Alikos to take away this 4-second gap? But that's not his fight for now. That gave us an epic, the close, dramatic finish to the Spin Championship. You can't have a think. I wish Lucky didn't have that spin at the chicane just to make this finale even more epic than it is, but there's enough going on to still keep this interesting. There's a chance out of these three protagonists they could take a championship each home this evening. Obviously the overall one I think is the one that they would all want, but you know, the sprint endurance disciplines in their own are tough enough. Two ways, is shorter championship, is it easier to win or is it harder to win? Because the margin for error, you know, in a long championship like our main elite one, 12 rounds, you can miss a round, you can potentially have one bad race. In the two independent 4 race championships, and even in an overall 8, there's very little margin for error. And these guys have been there or thereabouts every race, and you see what's happened that last race is just, you know, really hurt. Lucky's chance to go into this, but he's driven a really solid race. He's got a 4-second lead as it stands at the minute, and he's got the better tyres right now. Might see Alikos box this lap. Yes, we do. Actually, is Truth going to gamble the softs as well? It's just in that car seems to eat tyres. Be interesting to see what he does. There's thought here that Alicos will get a small undercut on Lucky. I'm not sure if we just tyres again. Yeah, it is. A little bit of a race on the pit exit here. Gloss, again, I mean, he's going to be hanging on for dear life at the end of his tyres. I mean, his pace is strong, isn't it? Like, his times are matching those from the back end of Alicos, one of the softs. It's going Gloss and Truth this time. How many battles have we seen on pit exit so far? But yeah, Truth prevails, but he's going to, again, like we've said all night, have to survive this first lap with the Alpha on its warmed up tyres versus Genesis on its warming up. So Honda has pitted earlier and gone for fresh mediums. Alicos is softs. You'd think this is Alicos is to lose now in terms of the championship. What's happened to Smiley? Why is he going so slow? It's very strange. What is going on here? Because these guys are about to arrive on the scene. That's really strange. Just got racing out of nowhere. I have absolutely no idea what happened to Smiley there. Like he just lost all. He had power on the telemetry. That was bizarre. 2 Renaults are in. This is where we'll see now what difference that's made. As you see, Honda and Alicos side by side through turns 1 and 2. Let's see where Lucky is on this exit. Is he coming up now? Are they going to have jumped him? This is going to be super close. No, he's ahead for now, but this is a lot closer than it was. This really now is your championship battle. Obviously this could get even spicy if they catch up to Lucky, because then there's real jeopardy for Alicos, because the Honda win and the Alicos P3 makes things tight. Honda win and Alicos P2 makes things incredibly tight as well, so that's why he wants this position now. Look at this racing again though, side by side, as fair as it gets. Lucky pitted with it, he had a 4-second advantage pre-pit. It came down to under 3, but already he's nearly back at 4 with the fighting. But maybe these two are thinking, look, Lucky's got this race win. These two are just duking it out here to try and take this championship. I think with the tyre advantage Alicos has got here, if he can clear him and sail off, he'll be as close to job done as you can be. Is he going to take the Sirocco on though for straight speed? No, he tucks back in. Such a hard job to pass up on the outside. Oh, I wonder if he was contemplating switching back, but that was just blocked off. It's a nice exit out there, got good momentum, but it's going to be getting the move done once you come out the slip. I think, yeah, it's at this current moment. It's 3 points between P2 and 3, it'd be enough for Alicos to take both. And yeah, look, he's getting further and further ahead. Maybe this is what Alicos, no, he is such a numbers man. He's maybe just thinking, I just keep racing this guy and look, he clears off. So what? It's removing the risk. The biggest risk to Alicos is a Honda win, and as obvious as that sounds, but with the point gaps in with the fastest lap, I think the count back would at least give one of these two championships to Honda. But if Lucky keeps just sailing off like this, which is likely with the defensive lines and side-by-side racing. It all favours Alicos. But if these two were to have some kind of major come together, then it could bring Lucky all back into it. You see, Truth has just had such a good race in P4. It's just, he's gone for the mediums again, which I think is a sensible call as well. As has Gloss, but is he going to get those to the end? He should do, but that front right's going to have seen better days. Smiley seems to be back at speed, but yeah, it'd be interesting to know what happened there. If it's a technical problem or what? Oh, couch. Oh, he's having a difficult time there. I know he plays a bit of WRC, that looked like it. Right now, this man is plain sailing this win. He's obviously will need a double check and a steward's decision, but it looks like he's taken the sprint title in the previous round, which he'll be happy about, but may just be kicking himself for that late mistake which cost him points and took him out of the overall running, which is very much still being decided by these two. Now Truth coming back here brings the jeopardy again, because then a P2 for Honda and a P4 for Alicos, we've got the 5-point swing again with a 4-point with the fast lap. Now Lucky Egg has just taken the fastest lap, which throws another spanner in the work for Alicos. It becomes a straight fight again, which means there'd be big jeopardy if Honda could somehow put Truth between him and Alicos. But right now Alicos just takes the position back off Honda, which puts everything back in his favour again, although Honda's coming straight back at him. How much great racing over the years have we seen into this turn one? You know, Max Verstappen's comeback drive, Hamilton in 21, Vettel previously just been the scene, and of course Senna's famous win here. But now Honda's having to seriously worry about Truth. But whilst also trying to think, I've got to get the position back at Alicos. If this stays where it is, I have no chance. If I can get myself back ahead of Alicos, there's a chance I can get... The win's gone now, but he could get Truth back between these two. But he can't do that if he's not ahead of Alicos. I think most of this series has been advantage Suzuki on the tyres, but could this become an advantage VW with the medium? At the minute, Alicos is pulling away. I think right now it's more worried about on Truth, but let's see. We know it's got some almighty straight on speed. It seems, if anything, though, the Genesis got the better exit here. Again, you just see once you step out the slipstream, it's difficult. But can he get Alicos to slipstream here? Again, this will be hurting Honda that he doesn't use the middle of the road and not the optimum racing line. Once the penultimate lap, it's a longer race that's flown by. It might not have been as close at the front end as the first race was, but you've still got your top four covered by less than 8 seconds after 43 minutes of racing. I think it's pretty damn good. Oh, yeah, I think if Truth is able to get Honda here, then surely that would be game. So by my maths, Lucky's taken the sprint, but as it stands, this would be Alicos to have. There's big jeopardy earlier because Alicos led the endurance by 4 and the overall by 5 points, and there was a point where Honda had the advantage. He needed to claw that back or at least make it dead even. So most of this race, Honda's been ahead of Alicos, but at the very end here, Alicos has, I've got to say, played a blinder with the cord. He took a lot of pain in that first stint, to go long, but he's always thinking of that end game, Alikos, and I think on this occasion he smashed out the park. Had he been able to clear some traffic, he may... Oh, I speak too soon. He has just got a 1 second penalty that has put him into P4, which right now... Well, you just asked me the question, how does this leave things? My maths, admittedly, aren't quite strong enough to work that out, but there was a 4-point gap in the endurance between them and a 5-point gap in the overall, and right now there is 5 points between the two of them because Lucky Egwin took the fastest lap. Yeah, I've commentated to curse that. It's just surely too much for Alikos to recover on this lap, so it's going to come down. I think the endurance, as it stands here, Honda would take by a point. The overall would be a tie, but I think Honda would have it on countback. He's won more races on the overall. But that all changes if Truth can take this position. Alikos is catching them like mad, but surely not enough to recover anything here. Are we going to have a Glock moment? Is it going to be a Timo Glock moment here? Look how close. Yeah, everyone, you're right. There's a yellow flag. But that's ahead. Oh my word. Yeah, this could well be a drag to the finish. Oh my word. What is going to go on? Lucky, I'm sorry we can't give you your moment of glory here in this win. But this is all I think that surely the VW is just going to have too much across the line. Yeah, it's pulling away, isn't it? It's so strong on the straight. I think Honda takes it, but I will calculate this as soon as I can afterwards. Oh, what drama. Drama, drama, drama. Try and do this as quick as I can. We have to give hats off to Lucky on the win. That was all kind of missed in the Glock type moments we had before, but and Truth getting in there really did mix it up, didn't it? And when you throw in Lucky taking that fastest lap away, just drama from every angle. Be interesting to know what Alikos got the penalty for. But yeah, that was dramatic. I wish my mask could keep up quicker so I could really feed this drama to you. But yeah, that was some incredible stuff. Annoyingly, I don't think I've got couch in my standings up. So I'm going to put in I imagine it's the Renault boys that have taken the Teams Championship, but again, we'll confirm that. Right, let's need to add couch. As always, couch has helped us out, but giving me more work to do. But yeah, and then we will quickly work all of this out. I'm trying to remember what number couch is. Let's just give him 33 because it's Max's number. Right, so if I just put couch in this. To get that result quickly. Not sure what happened to Smiley at the end again. Yeah, so it's definitely a tie on overall points between those two, but Honda has got 3 wins, Alicos is 1. But yeah, that's pretty insane, isn't it? And it's Alicos, we always say about how few errors he makes, but that penalty at the end. But let's just see how that leaves things. Well, what I can tell you is it's insanely close, whichever way it goes. In the end, Lucky taking 31 points on that race. Nearly, I'll tell you, without that spin, he'd have been right in that hunt for the overall title as well. And this has come, has. Sorry about this. We're just trying to. This way I could have done with a co-commentator tonight. Just trying to keep up with everything. I got to say, the driver of the day in that second race, particularly, has got to be Ishmael. I mean, he had 2 podiums this evening. It's mega, really. Darth in that last race. 10 of I forgot another 4 points. Right, Filthy. Didn't race. Panda didn't race. Matt didn't race. Skinner. 8. Right. So what I'm asked, we established that Lucky had taken the sprint championship. On the endurance, I have Honda on 97, Alicos on 96, Lucky on 92. Then the overall 192, Honda 192, Alicos 189, Lucky. But Honda 3 wins to Alicos' 1 would take the endurance and overall teams. In the end, Renault were just so consistent, weren't they, and took it with the 291. But let's quickly get these finalised. I'll get these in the Discord so everyone knows how everything is finished. Okay. And then we will wrap things up. I'll just do one last double check on these. Incredible racing though. It's our fingers now. I know everyone would have wanted to take it tonight, but I think you'd say that racing was the winner. Was that too cheesy? But we saw some incredible stuff. Drama to the end. We've got our own very own now Timo Glock moment. But oh, hang on. Let me just take that. But yeah, we've seen those 3 particularly since Boosted left us. Normally they're joined by Smiley, but he had a difficult evening. But they've shared so much track together, so much great racing, and they just gave us in boatloads again this evening. But we'll put these as final standings, pending, of course, Stewart's verdict. Alright, so sprint champion. Right. Right, so yeah, Lucky takes the sprint championship 97, Coast 96, Honda 95. Right, and then in the endurance, we have Honda 97, Coast 96, Lucky 92. On count, so and then Honda takes the overall on count back, which I just put it in to our Discord now. Right, that's the old one. Sorry, trying to do too many things at once here. Right, that's why, because that's the old one. Right, and then we'll wrap all of this up. Let me just take that. Overall champion on count back is Honda. And then I promise, sorry for the long pauses, but we'll wrap this up. And then our team champion was Renault with Lucky and Haas. Yeah, so let's quickly recap what we saw. So race one, we saw an unbelievable battle with the front three being just nose to tail all race. A mistake from Lucky at the end, which allowed them through. Didn't cost him. He just about managed to cling on and saw him take the Sprint Cup Championship by 1 point. We then had a full reverse grid all the way around. Dramatic race. Lucky was probably able to benefit from the mistake he had in the first race to get a better grid slot, but I think he'd have much rather have started further back and kept himself in the hunt for the endurance and overall. But with the drama we had at the end there, with the Timo Glock moment, as we'll call it now, of Adakos's late penalty, Honda took the endurance championship by 1 point from Adakos. This is all pending a check and pending stewards. The overall championship was a tie, 192, Lucky on 189, Honda taking it on countback, and Renault All-Star Clean Racing took the team's championship. So, as always, that championship was short, dramatic, brought just about everything we could want, and really enjoyable stuff. I think Lucky has something planned for next week in terms of a special event, and then will be a pre-season testing on Easter Sunday, livery reveal in that Easter week as well, and then we're back in our Group 3 cars for Sprint Cup, I think it is first, before the Elite Championship, and that starts on April the 12th. But thank you for joining. Sorry for the pauses while we try to work things out. Man, I missed a second commentator this evening, but thoroughly enjoyed it as always, and we'll see you again soon. Congratulations to Lucky, Honda, and although he didn't take home another trophy soon, I've got to put Alakos in there for adding so much drama, and also to our team champions, Lucky and Haz. Thank you all for joining, and enjoy the rest of your evenings.